Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Over here I post anonymous stories online, so if you like listening to anonymous stories, please do not forget to like, comment and subscribe for more. A guy in the States gave my girlfriend 1.5k every Thursday, claiming because they are both Thursday bonds. So it is more like a celebration every Thursday for them. My girlfriend gives me 500 of that money and takes 1k all the time. And I never cared. Now the guy is in Ghana and has brought 15 Pro Max to my girl. Yesterday was my birthday and this girl told me she would spend the night with me. But the guy went to their house and told her mom that my girlfriend is always running away from him. She gives excuses whenever he invites her to cook for him, and her mom told her to go and cook for the guy. She called me this afternoon after I've closed from work and texted that if she's unable to come today, she will come the next day. She kept on streaking me just to let me know she's safe. I am really pained, Charlie. She got home around 11:35 p.m. last night. I don't know how to handle this. I feel like the guy is doing too much to get her attention. Everyone has a price. What if she falls in at last? The guy has bought a C300 for his short stay in Ghana and has told her he will give it to her to use when he's leaving. My biggest fear is she's going to fall for him, and I never anticipated this moment. She gives me 500 every Thursday. Initially, I told her I don't need the money for anything. She will send it and I'll push it back to her, but she made us settle on. I am very disappointed her mom made her to go cook for the guy. I slept with my friend's boyfriend yesterday. I feel ashamed right now. My friend just called that she's coming over. I don't know if I should tell her or keep it a secret. I am so confused. Do not judge me. It was a mistake. He came over to fix my wallpaper for me in my room because that is his work. And one thing led to another, and before we realized we were doing it. Maybe that was his pay since he was doing the wallpaper for me free because of my friend. Now my friend is coming to see the room and I can't tell her this has happened. My friend will never trust me anymore and she's my only source. She's a good helper to me. We both regret. Even the guy also regrets it. You don't know how devastated we both are right now because I know he loves my friend and on a normal day he will not even look at me. So for him to attempt this, there could be something. He didn't even last for a minute. We stopped after we both realized what we were doing. Just that he is penetrated, so I still call it sex, but we didn't climax. I was dating this girl and almost a year and a half no sex. I talked about it to her. She said she isn't ready and she will let me know when she is ready. I agreed to her decision because I really love her and also I don't like forcing someone to do something for me whereas the person is not ready or something. I know every bro gets some bro way, something no they go well for in relationship insider he talks to. So one day I did my one corner where this G come. He told me on WhatsApp that his girlfriend doesn't want to have sex with him. And I was like, bro, me too. I'm facing the same problem. Oh. And we laughed. So we talked for a while. And this my G suggested he has some medicine he's going to give to his girlfriend to drink. And this will make the girl come in the mood for sex. If his girlfriend doesn't agree, last, he texted me that his girlfriend has agreed to have sex with him, and I was like, cool, Righty, it's left with me. He said the medicine day, so if I like it, I can come and collect it so that I'll give it to my girlfriend to drink. I said, bro, me, I can't, too. I'm afraid. And what if something bad happens to her after she takes the drug? So we ended the conversation. Some months later, my girlfriend and I had a confusion, not knowing this girl has gone through the chat between my G and I. Besides, I thought this chat is not something bad, so if she has read it, no problem. So I realized a concern or problem was me telling my friend about the sex issue I had discussed. It was like I have disrespected her. At a point, I thought of it and I was like, I did wrong thing and I apologized to her. So she started saying if I was not afraid, I would have given her the drug. This became her point. I was surprised there because I didn't understand why she was thinking otherwise. All of a sudden, this girl switched the topic to the chat only and I was like, this girl started saying a lot of things to me that I do not respect her. I see her to be a cheap girl, blah, blah, blah. After I apologized to her, still, this girl wasn't okay. And I went on to apologize to the extent that I didn't know what to say again and all my words were finished. I was saying in my mind, what kind of childish behavior is this? So I said to her, "You've been lying to me all these times that you trust me." And she was like, "This is not a matter of trust." I asked, "Then what is it?" She kept quiet. I went on to tell her that it's the truth I'm saying and I have no bad intentions about her, so she shouldn't think otherwise. She was like saying if I wasn't afraid, I would have given her the drug. I told her that you sometimes come to my house and sleep. Sometimes I cook and eat. So if I have any bad intentions about you, I would have done it to you a long time ago. So she should stop what she's saying. Because of this issue, she wasn't in good terms with me. And this went on for a week or two, if I'm not being wrong. She wasn't answering either my calls or texts. I texted her asking her if she's not interested in the relationship again. She should tell me because this is not something serious that will let her behave like this to me. She later came to tell me that her feelings for me has reduced, and I was like, because of this chat with my friend, because I love her, I became sad. And at that moment, speechless. I didn't know what to say again. And I asked her what should I do now for her to see that I was having pure and good intentions about her. She said, I don't know. I asked again, are we continuing this relationship or what? She said it's up to me because she has already told me that her feelings for me has reduced. I asked myself, how can you be with someone who don't really love you? Ladies and gentlemen, this is the end, but we are no more together. My question is whether I did wrong or not. Thank you. My story, I've dated and I've gotten my heart broken so many times. So there is this girl I'm seeing, okay? She's a Muslim and I am a Christian. I know that this relationship won't go any further, but we like each other, so we dated. So I introduced her to my best friend, and my best friend didn't like the idea of me being with her, knowing the relationship won't work. So my best friend, who is outside Africa, came to Ghana this past December and we did chill and had the bestest time. She told me she likes me, and honestly I liked her too, so I was like, okay, but I was seeing someone else, so it's not possible. She asked me to end things with my girl and I couldn't do it, so I lied to her that I did, and I asked her out properly and she said yes. She didn't come to stay, so she's definitely going back, and that's another continent she knew, and she knew it. So let's say she made me break up with my girl for her, yeah. So we started dating and all of that. So she left Ghana and it was all vibes. So our vibe changed because of the time difference, and I'm always tired when I close from work. So I normally sleep early and sometimes I will end up sleeping with my phone in my hand. So I noticed some coldness in our text. When I tell her I miss her and I love her, she doesn't say it back, and I didn't want to be a guy who complains a lot, so I just let it slide. So it was my birthday, and I'm not saying she's supposed to send me money like by force, but yeah, before the dating thing, she used to spoil there for me. So that was just by the way. All I got was happy birthday. That was all. I was like, what did I do to piss her off? But well, I let it slide too. We stopped talking unless I initiate the conversation. One evening, I was in the room pressing my phone and I saw a text from her. The text was like, we need to talk. I nearly asked her if she wanted to break up with me, but I had to keep calm and listen to what she has to say. So she told me we should end things, and I asked if I did something wrong somewhere. She said no, and I didn't do anything wrong, and I asked her if we could fix things. My best friend watched my face and told me no. Someone who knows me to the core and knows how many times I've had my heart broken. She's on top of the broken hearts. Well, at this juncture, I conclude girls are evil. You know very well it will be a distance relationship and you initiated it. Sandra, why? But it's all good. I'm done with this. Girls, I want to do boys. She be some way be overlie. Even some of my male friends know they like him sometimes. I fit give you a number. You go text and make it go, but unless you now go take a phone and reply your body. Guys, I need your suggestion on something. I met a girl I like and wanted to know her more, and if she's cool, probably marry her. She's a worker in the Ghana Forest in Eastern region. From what I know, she told me she's coming to Kumasi to see her family because she's from there. So I should pick her up, drop her home, or if her mom is not back, then she spent the night at my end. And I said, cool. She came and I went to pick her up and we went home together. We had sex that night. I didn't initiate it though. I was just cuddling her since she said she was cold and she went on top of me to do her thing. And as a man, I reciprocated that. Right after the sex, she texted me, I hope you've gotten what you wanted. I woke up in the morning and saw the text but ignored it and acted like I've not seen it. She wanted to leave and didn't even take a shower, so I escorted her to her friend's place place in the daytime. I called her and got her food and noticed her friend she went to was actually a male friend. She was in his clothes top and down. I asked, "Is that your boyfriend?" She responded, "No, my childhood friend." And I said, "Okay," and drove my car away. In the evening, she texted me that I should come pick her to the nearest KFC. The network was bad, so I couldn't reply her and slept off. I called her this morning to tell her my network was bad and that's the reason I couldn't come online. We finished talking and end the call, and she called back in an hour time that she's seen my call. I told her we've talked already and she said she was asleep, so she doesn't remember what we talked about, and we finished that call too. Note, she spent the night at the guy's place too. Just now, she has texted me she's leaving, so I should come pick her up or send her money to go. I'm like, this girl, you left my place and didn't go home. As she said, and spend the night at another guy's place and asking me to come pick you up at the guy's place or send you money to leave. I am not going to reply her or mind her. I don't know if the guy is sleeping with her. As a guy, and I'm seeing her in the guy's clothes, so I hope everything is clear. I don't know how she thinks though, trying to use the sex to make me feel bad and use me. I have her car ticket at my place and she came from Accra. Meanwhile, I know she's in Eastern region. I asked her why Accra. She said she visited a friend there. I know the game she's playing. She plays the victim, makes you feel bad and asks for stuff. And as a gentleman, you provide to prevent her from making a lot of accusations that you've had your way with her. How I wish some of our sisters would listen to us when it comes to choosing a life partner. Cause Charlie, it's not easy at all. My sis got married few years back with this guy who would come and spend weeks over at our place without stepping a foot out of her room. Fast forward, they got married and this guy is the most laziest man I've ever come across. My dad stepped in by getting him a job which he only reported on site twice. Our junior bro happened to work with him in the same company. He mostly logged in for him even when he called to be late but never showed up at work. The company found out and he got dismissed. My dad again thought it would be nice to have him work at his own place, but he ended up spending company money. Now this guy has stray kids with my sister and here I am paying for fees and spending and sending pocket money cause this guy is nowhere to be found. It feels like I'm already a father now, Charlie. I have been married for 6 months now. My wife has been cold towards me about a month now and I kept asking her what the problem was and she kept telling me nothing. Yesterday night she told me she wanted to talk to me after supper. We both drive. Her car broke down 2 weeks ago, so I dropped her off at work before heading to the office. She told me after work on her way to the bus stop to pick a car home. Since I wasn't coming anytime soon, she met a gentleman who offered her a lift. She was actually heading to town to get some groceries as we ran out of stock. She said the man dropped her off at the market and dashed her 500 to add and buy her stuff as the economy wasn't favorable. That was what she told me and I asked her, what convo did you and the man have at that time that he ended up giving you that amount? Let me also crave your indulgence that she writes the budget for the month and I finance it delightfully. Here is a worrying part. She thanked the man and offered to take the man's contact. After taking the man's contact, she later called to thank the man. Subsequently, she claimed she called to check up on him and later saw an alert of 1,000 Ghana from him. She said she is telling me so I don't later find out and start to suspect her on infidelity. But my questions are still unanswered as to the convo they had. Additionally, I'm beginning to cast doubt on the genuineness of what she told me. Mind you, she has been cold towards me since she met the unknown man. All of a sudden, her face irritates me and I'm beginning to be skeptical about her. What are your thoughts about this, or I am overreacting? She is very uncomfortable at home now and is feigning unwellness. I don't deny her anything she asks for at home keeping or budget money, though she equally earns, but I have never for once looked into her finances and I'm not interested in her money. I am investigating. I've kept surveillance on her and laying low. For the past month, since she was cold towards me, I never made advances at her and keeping my distance for now. And I also spent almost 5k on groceries feeding at home. There is something I want to share, but I feel embarrassed too. Okay, so there is this guy I'm in a relationship with that in his mind, I have been with him for 1.5 years now. He's cool though, but I don't really love him. I accepted his proposal under a condition, and I think it's high time I make him understand his place in my life, but I don't know how, and I don't want him to think I have wasted his time. He's really a good person though, and any girl would love to be in his arms. When he first proposed, now I wasn't ready to be in a relationship, but he said he would wait for me anytime I'm ready, then we start something. That was somewhere 2020. I've only been giving him false hope since we started dating. Whenever he wants to see me, I would be giving him excuses and he doesn't complain too. The thing is, I am in a serious relationship with someone. When he first proposed, I told him I wasn't ready and he said he can wait whenever I'm ready, then we start something. So after 2 years, he came back and with the same intention, so I had no choice than to accept him like that. But I didn't feel the connection. I tried to love him, but I'm fat.